Let me tell you a story. Remember I told you how before I came back, one of the things I asked the Lord was whether or not to cut my hair. And the Lord told me not to cut my hair. I said, Lord, you sure? He said, don't cut it. I said, aye.
Jimmy Odukoya, the senior pastor of the Fountain of Life Church, says God instructed him not to cut his dreadlocks. In a recent sermon, the cleric who succeeded his late father, Taiwo Odukoya, recalled how he sought divine clarity about his appearance before resuming pastoral duties at the church. He said his sister had raised concerns about how his hairstyle might affect the public perception. Before I came back, one of the things I asked the Lord was whether or not I should cut my hair, and the Lord told me not to cut my hair. Odukoya also narrated his encounter with a woman who traveled from Zimbabwe to Nigeria to attend service.
A couple of weeks ago, it's on a Sunday, and Pastor Tony comes in and tells me, and he says, there is a lady outside from Zimbabwe that came to see you, and she flew in from Zimbabwe. I said, what do you mean? So I'm like, please bring this lady in. And she begins to tell me a story. Now, she's like so excited. She says, people think I'm crazy. I told everybody I'm coming to Nigeria for the next 3 to 4 weeks. I'm just coming to church. And we're like, huh? What happened? And she begins to tell me the story. Listen to this. It was 2016. I was in New York. It was Thanksgiving. And I had a vision, and it felt so real. In this vision, I see you with your hair, and you're speaking to me. And I've been dealing with some things in my life, and there was like this dog on my shoulder, and I knew that this dog represented the weight I was carrying. And she says, you had this long sword, and you began to speak to me, and it felt like lightning and thunder was coming out from the sword, and he burnt the dog into ashes, and he began to declare over me, and I gave her certain instructions. She says, when I came out from this vision, it was so real that I told everybody in my family about this vision. She says, all of my family are Seventh-day Adventists, by the way, but I lost everything. I said, to compound issues, my mom got sick, and I watched her die in my arms, and so I was flung into depression. I wanted to end it all, and all I knew was I had to find God. So I was trying to find him, like, I need God to find me. And she says, so I turned on YouTube just to hear sermons. It says, all of a sudden pops up on YouTube is your sermon, and you're preaching mercy me. And she says, you don't understand, because listen, when I had this vision, I didn't know you existed. The person I saw, I did not know was a real person. So when I saw the man in the vision with the long hair preaching, I began to scream, this is the man I saw.
Odukoya said what struck him the most was that at the time the woman had that vision, he did not have long hair. The God who sees, hears, and knows knew at some point in February 2025 one of his children will have to see a man preaching. Guess what? If he did not ask me to keep my hair, I would have caught it, he said. While this has generated mixed reactions online, you can as well drop your opinion in the comment box section below. And keep watching Naija News TV for more news updates. Stay tuned.